Morning. It's a rainy morning in East Tennessee. We're working on our deck, but we haven't been able to work on it because of rain today.
That's at the job site.
Yeah. So we're doing something out here in the garage. We're going to go pick up some more material here in a little while. Finish that up. These are them signs she's making. She had 4 more ordered, so we're getting them done and ready to go out.
Is that the one that had the crack?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a crack in it, but I filled it full of glue and let it set up overnight and then sand it down.
It looked better.
It's rusted.
Now, these have got burned in yesterday.
All I do is just kind of burn the wood just so it looks rusty.
Right. Well, they're going to be sealed.
Yeah. We burn them, then sell them. I mean, it's pretty with regular wood, but I like to burn it. I just like it.
Well, I think a lot of it tends to what the image is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's very formal, then you don't burn it. You know, if it's something flowery, maybe you don't burn it. But then something like this, I think, tends to make it look like it needs to. It's almost like the wood has to talk to you.
Then it seals up and knots, makes it easier. You can see where it's sat.
Yeah.
And this wood is dried out, but it still needs the knots and stuff. And it takes the coat of the finish better.
Right. And it kind of frames up the picture.
Yeah. So watch your fingers.
Yeah. Now this is the Soldier's Cross.
Yeah.
Now you're going to seal them?
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 more to burn in.
You got 2 more to burn?
Yep, we've got to pick up some little brushes.
Yeah. Actually, that's the wrong can we're going to use the shiny.
Okay.
I started to say this one Mim Wax is, it's a polyacrylic, but it is,
Just don't give it
it's
good
a
shine
satin.
to it.
Yeah, it's more of a satin finish, not a
Yeah.
shine finish. Yeah. Now we got a chance to go to the our local American Legion and have brunch with them the other day, and we presented one of these signs just like this to them for our local American Legion, and
And a check.
yeah, and a check.
We was gonna, everything from these signs, what we're doing is doing 10% towards our local veterans.
Yeah.
So it's our local Legion.
And it's staying local. It's not, although, I mean, I don't mind giving to the larger, companies, but I would rather see the money stay right here with our own guys in our own community. And
And they do a lot to help out.
yes. And so we had a check for the first 2 months of what we've sold, our
Not a whole
percentage.
lot, but
No.
it's,
You know,
we
every
just got started doing these.
every little bit helps, and I look at this way, it's not a lot, but you know what, it will pay for someone's labor for a day, for helping somebody, or it may give them groceries, or it may go towards a utility bill for them, or a gas bill. You don't know. It may pay a medical bill. But, and it's not my place to say where it goes to other than helping our local guys. But got a chance to meet some really nice guys and women. I mean, was women in there too, but they did an early luncheon because a lot of them are like Vietnam veterans. They're older men and older women, and they can't drive at night, so they were having an early dinner so they can, get out and enjoy it and come to it.
And if you mess up on burning, if you try it and you mess up on burning, you can always go back in,
Sand it.
sand it.
Worst case scenario, you've got some more wood and you just do another piece.
Yeah.
Now this machine, you can kind of do everything from slate to wood to glass to mirrors, you name it, tile. So far, it's only been wood that we've done, he's done stuff on, but we want to try a lot of different things.
Yep.
Now you got to have an outlet. You got to have an outlet or you'll go stir crazy. It's like some people, their outlet is reading books or, being athletic, going bicycling or hiking or, or riding horses, or racing cars. You got to have an outlet to, you can't work 7 days a week. You got to have another area to take your mind, to have a happy place. You got to find your happy place.
I'm still looking.
Yeah, you're still looking. And if this is not your happy place, then try another happy place. Not everyone's outlet's going to be the same. Now, if you're, terrified of heights, I wouldn't be mountain climbing, That wood smells good burning even like that. Now, what type of wood is that? Poplar? Is that pine? Oh. I thought with as much knots it had in it that it was poplar. Now, do you have a brush to start with, or are we going to pick up some?
I'm going to use that big one. At least want to get one coat on them and get it going. Around. We're going to do some running today.
Yeah. It is raining, but he can pick up material. It's not anything that has to be weatherproof. It's decking material. And this is from the deck that he was working on the other day. And you don't really have any certain pattern. You just kind of go over it till you think it's where it wants.
Where I think it needs to be. Kind of like a sculpture. The picture was always there.
Yeah.
I just burn it so you'll see burn.
Right.
Now I need to find me some.
What are you looking for?
Steel wool.
So you go over it with steel wool before you.
Yeah, I go over steel wool and then I sand it.
Look in your cabinet freezer.
Yeah, just clean up my garage. I mean, they're all the same picture, but each one is a little different.
Well, each one's got is a different size. The wood is like this one's got a bump out, and this one doesn't. And
It's something we can use these pine cutoffs for that would be.
wasted. Yeah, because pine you really don't want to use in a wood stove for heat because it
You
builds
use it
up.
as a
Oh, camping.
campfire wood.
Now that just kind of takes off all the rough edges.
Well, the excess burning
Burning. Okay.
gets rid of the powder and then
Yep. Let me go here. Now, right now, they kind of look a little bit dull.
I'll go on here in a minute.
No. Now, if you didn't have an air hose, what could you do? Like a damp cloth and let it dry, or
You can take a little bit off.
a little brush?
Most people got an air hose laying around there.
True. Get that other stuff right now, dear. And he's got a whole stack of wood stacked up. So, ready to do more. And he's also got these other rounds that,
We need to pick up some more of this today.
okay. These are unusual rounds, oblongy. They're going to go to different things. I don't think they'll be like for the soldiers, but maybe animal prints. I could see bears and lions and tigers on those. Maybe some mountains.
I'm right here at my screwdriver drawer.
And you're messing with your knife. I tell you, he had his truck in here for so long, it feels weird to be walking back in his garage. Now, these are both Mimwax. Now, I mean, we're not promoting Mimwax. I'm sure there's other products that are just as good. We've just found that this Mimwax has worked good for our application.
Yeah.
And if this is not something we would put on a flooring, if we was going to do, well, you could, but I think there's,
It's indoor, outdoor.
yeah. I'm just saying, I think there's a little bit better products for flooring that we've used.
My other brush. And some. Spirits, but I don't know whether it ever.
If it ever softened up.
No, it didn't. A little brush.
Yeah. Well, we'll pick up some more brushes today. You don't really want to use cheap brushes, but
Yeah, you can get away with cheap brushes with this.
yeah, but I think though it still gets, the cheaper the brush, you lose bristles.
Yep.
And then you're having to pick out bristles out of your stain. Now, you putting a thin coat or just good old covering?
Average coat. Too big a brush.
You like complaining. Yeah, and it's just soaking it in. You could look at it and it's like soaking it in.
It will the first coat anyhow.
Then after the first coat, then it starts getting shiny. Kind of like you could see the shininess of that edge. It'll be shiny like that. Turned out beautiful. Each one I think is so unique and different. There's no two alike.
Each one will take stain a little different.
Well, that's one thing, buying local, buying from craftsmen, which, although Randy probably doesn't think he's a craftsman, but everything he does, from building the cabins to, building, remodeling, help restoring barns, restoring decks, to doing things like this is all craftsman. So I guess his trait is a craftsman, if nothing else. Yeah. There's a lot of people that would look at a piece of wood and not be able to see anything to it. Excuse me, people. But, it takes a gift to be able to see a piece of wood and realize some potential there, regardless if it's small or big. That is gorgeous. How long will it take the first coat, each coat really, not just the first coat, each coat to dry?
In the house with humidity, it don't take, with the heat, it don't take long. But out here, it'll be dry by the time we get back.
Well, we found out doing it in the house, we were getting high. So we can't do that anymore. We were getting our dogs high, them inhaling the stain. But a couple hours probably. And
Oh,
then, and then you
You
would
can catch it on a sunny, warm day.
put them
In the
outside.
sun, they're about 15 minutes and you're
Yeah.
ready to go on the second coat.
Now, would you sand between coats or
I put about 2 on in a sand.
and with the steel wool, or do you use a sander?
You can do either one. Steel wool is fine. All you're doing is taking down the bubbles and stuff.
Right.
And that's what gives it that deep
Look.
look, deep finish.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I've heard some people say, yeah, you could go from a 80 grit to
Well, that's just getting it down to
600.
finish. But ours they're all rough cut anyhow. I just use that.
The steel wool.
Well, I use a sander to get it down, but it's just like I guess 60 grit or 120 grit.
120, I think, yeah. Now, if you were doing a refined piece of furniture, I'm
Yeah,
sure you
wanna
would be
get it
doing different.
Smoother, but this is the same furniture.
That not turned out
Well, that
red.
looks like a sun.
Yeah,
Sun.
sun or something. Come back up around. Well, I'm just showing you what we're doing today. It's a rainy day here in East Tennessee. Rain's moved in last night, and it's going to be raining pretty much all day today. So it's going to be some running and some crafts. That's about it. So, well, we love to hear what your outlet is, and everyone can't work 24/7. Where's your happy place? Show if it's a craft, we'd love to see it. Put some pictures out there. We'd love to see it. Put it in the comments. If you have any questions or suggestions, we would also love to hear. Also, if you're interested in anything like that, Randy would love to work with you. Fix you whatever you want. So, well, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, remember, we love you. God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day.